everybody. Are we going to get ready to do giveaways? Giveaways. What? They're coming on. Oh, there we go. Let's try this.
Well, you joined. Nice.
I joined?
Yeah.
Yeah, because I'm going to put my... I have to figure this out, like how you pin stuff and how you get people to come on.
Hi, y'all.
Hi, y'all.
Hey, y'all.
Hi, Mom. Hey, Mom. Okay, people. Hey, hey, hey.
Really?
Somebody said that to me.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, hey, hey. That must be the Scott person. Hi, Michelle. Are you getting packing and get ready to go? Well, good news, people. I think the air conditioning will be fixed on Thursday. Woo! Can I get a what? we are still dying here. Thursday, hopefully, Rose. Thursday. But for now, guess what I'm cracking open? Mountains are blue. You guys know I only drink during the lives. Because it quenches the thirst. I got fans all over me. Not like real fans, like fans that are blowing wind at me.
Whoop, whoop.
I think I have a lot of Unique at the Creek fans. So who wants to do a giveaway? Woohoo! Hi, Cher. Coors Light. Eh? Did you get a drink, Michelle? So when I say A, this might be a good drinking game one. I have been packing orders, me, myself, and my best friend. We packed orders all day from 9 in the morning, and I think we finished at about 4 o'clock. And I hope we got so many packages out. I just couldn't believe it. Hi, Patsy. I'm just going to wait for a few more people to come on. We're giving away 3 gift cards tonight. Hi, Carly. I closed out the contest at around 7 o'clock. I was supposed to close it at 6, and it was like, oh, crap. It was one of those moments. Crap. So what I'm going to do is... what? Clue and coffee. Ooh.
A margarita. Whoa.
Oh.
That's you're starting here, eh? We're all ready for the drinking game.
Well, everybody's ready for the drinking game. Okay, we'll all say A. Now you have to take a drink. Anyways, yeah, so Tammy and I got a crap load of orders out. No pool time today, Jan. Nope, not for me. Maybe Chunky Dunk later. I don't know, but all the kids are home. But I am dying. You guys, there was over 400 Christmas tree boards placed in the last 48 hours. Are you kidding me? Holy crap. So our stockpile is no longer a stockpile. So Dave spent 10 hours today in the workshop, and he's going to spend 10 hours tomorrow and 10 hours the next day until we get all caught up again. I never drink. Yeah, I do drink alone at home. Okay, so tonight we are going to make Mr. Santa Claus in this 100-degree heat, but that's okay. Any time for Christmas is a good time for me. I love Christmas. It's my favorite holiday.
Yeah, Chunky Boy Dunks, too.
Who dunked Chunky Dunks? All right. Okay. So I have all these things around me, but I think the easiest way to do this is I'm just going to do this. It's called Random Comment Picker, and it's an amazing app thing that you can put your Facebook like blurb thing in it, like a link, and it picks the comment from all the comments. I think there's like 395. Now there's 435 people commented, but only 395 shared. Now, I did specify in the rule. What, Mom? Oh, no, I got to go do all the surveillance stuff tomorrow and get all the card swipe keys, the camera stuff. What is that called? I know me of all people is going down
Security?
to the security. Me of all people are going down to do all the security and everything. So we will be moving Thursday morning bright and early. Not me per se, but the boys will be moving everything. So yes, so we got this comment thing. So all I have to do is pluck in the URL from my comment from the what am I trying to say? See, like I'm so tired and my mind is fried. From the URL from the Facebook thing, and it will come up with, it'll spit out 3 people. Now, what I'm going to do is, because there is some people that didn't share, and it's only fair, I did specify 3 things to do, and it's only fair that the winners have done those 3 things, because 395 people did it, and about 50 people didn't do it. So, hi, everybody. Thanks for coming out. So, this is what it looks like. I'm going to bring this just down. Okay. Why doesn't this work? Oh, okay. So this is what the random comment picker looks like. Okay. So what I've done is this code right here is that's from my Facebook page. And all I have to do is click this little search thing. And it has 395 comments it's going to pick from. And when I press start, it's going to spit out a number. I know you guys can't see it the greatest, but I guess you just have to trust me when I do it. Okay. And I'm going to get a new phone right now. I bought this this super duper, webcam and everything off Amazon. And
your Archon.
I have my Archon mount. Oh my God, my Archon mount. Anybody that does Facebook Live, especially you, Michelle, so you don't have everything knocking over, you need to get an Archon mount. I'm telling you. And I actually even have an affiliate link of Unique in the Creek. Go figure. Me. Anyways, so I am going to press start. And when I press start, it is going to spit out the first winner. So we are giving away 3 $50 gift cards that you can use for whatever you want in Unique in the Creek. Okay? Yes, you can catch me at replay. Hi, Scott. Hey, hey, hey. Yes, you do, Michelle. Make sure you get one. It's flipping awesome. It's like one of the best things I've bought so far. All right, so we're going to do this draft. So I am going to press start, and it's going to spit out a name. Ready? Are you going to do drum roll, honey?
Christmas vacation drum
Christmas
roll.
So our first winner is Dawn Kingus. Dawn, D-A-W-N, Kingus, K-I-N-G-U-S. You are the first winner of our $50 gift card. So I will message you after I do my Facebook Live, and I'll give you your gift card code, and you can purchase whatever you want with it. Okay? So now let's pick the second winner. So the second $50 gift card is, here we go. I'm going to pick another winner. Ready? Start. Now it's going. Connie Bollinger Harris. Yay, Connie. Connie Bollinger Harris. So I will again contact you, Connie, after the Facebook Live and get you all set up with your gift card that you can buy whatever you want with it. What, hon?
Winner, winner, chicken dinner.
Winner, winner. Okay, we got one more. One more. Here we go. Who's going to win the last one? It is Mary Eberle. E-B-E-R-L-E. So I hope one of you guys at least is watching that has won So Mary, I will contact you after the live as well. So congratulations to Don Kingus, Connie Bollinger, and Mary Eberly. And I thank all of you guys for commenting and sharing and blessing my page and all that other stuff that you guys do for me. I really, really appreciate it. 4,000 people we've gotten in the last 5 months. That's pretty amazing stuff.
Another 150 in just the last few days.
Yeah, I know. Okay, so we got lots of winners. So there's some happy people out there. Yay, yay, yay. Okay, so now we are going to make Santa. Now, I don't know if some of you seen my post earlier. Because I was so busy packing up your orders, I forgot to run to my storage unit. And my storage unit is jam-packed with crap. You guys know what I'm talking about. Crap, crap, crap. There is, it is stuffed full of crafting supplies. Well, of course, all my Christmas stuff is at the back of the thing. So I forgot to go and get a Santa hat. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you guys how to do a Santa hat right on the board. So if you have a pre-made Santa hat, it's really, really easy to put on your wreath frame. Once you're done it, it's like super easy. You just put 2 holes in the bottom and zip tie it to the board. It's a little bit more tricky the way I'm going to show you guys, but it's good to know in case you guys don't have, you know, a Santa hat. Like right now, it's kind of a little bit hard to find one. But if you want to start making some for craft shows right now, this is like the perfect idea. So first thing I'm going to do is Mod Podge my face on. Now I'm going to go through this again really slowly because there is some people that are having some problems with the Mod Podging. Now Mod Podge actually has its own Facebook page, and there is YouTube tutorials on how to Mod Podge. Or you can look up decoupage, that's another name for it, because you don't have to just use Mod Podge. You can use like wallpaper adhesive and stuff like that, as long as it dries clear. And make sure you grab the matte Mod Podge. Now, the matte, I always use the matte Mod Podge, but there is a gloss Mod Podge. That just will make a sign. That's okay. We're using all kinds of Santas.
Lori, you look really hard.
Am I sexy hot Pat, or am I like sweating hot Pat? I would think, no, the air conditioner is not fixed. The guy is coming Thursday with the unit. Hopefully put a new unit in and we will be back.
Probably drop down
yeah, you know, the weather will change to like, you know, 19 degrees or 15.
Hey, Lori. Is that a question, Scott?
Okay. So I'm using this Santa face. Now there's 2 different Unique in the Creek Santas, and it doesn't matter which one you're using. It's going to be made the same. I'm using this one because the Mrs. Claus matches this Santa Claus. And I'm going to be starting to make my Facebook Lives for my booth at the convention. Yes, the convention, everybody. I hope I get to see a lot of you. I know a lot of you messaged me and can't wait to meet you and everything else. So I'm really excited about this. And it's going to be live. Like, how great is Scott? Really? Like, he's got the whole convention is going to be broadcast live, so you guys can all see it. I think that's just totally fabulous. Like, that is a really good event planner. Thumbs up to you, Scott. Ching ching. I'll drink to that. But anyways, you can buy, if you're still wanting to get tickets, I think there's tickets still available at watermansloft.com. So go over there and have a look and see about the tickets and everything. Okay, so you guys know how I teach. Hi, everybody. You guys know how I teach. I'm going to flip my camera down so you guys can see exactly what I'm doing, and especially the Mod Podge. Yes, Janice, Scott is awesome. He's very awesome. Now, I had some people, they have creases in their Mod Podge and stuff like that. If you smooth it properly, you should have no creases, okay? Now, like I said, I'm using the matte Mod Podge, but because I'm using the matte Mod Podge, I'm going to spray it afterwards with this this is a Rust-Oleum clear coat, so it can be used on anything. And it's UV resistant, and it is it's for outdoors as well. So just give it a quick spray after your Mod Podge has dried on your face, and that way it won't fade. And if it, if weather gets to it, like snow banging against the door or whatever, it's not going to ruin your face, okay? There is an outdoor Mod Podge, which I have a bunch of somewhere around here. The outdoor Mod Podge is really good because it's already got the sealant in it, but it's thick, okay? So if you're going to use it, just pour a little bit in a little bit container or something and add a little tiny bit of water, just so you can spread it a little bit easier and it won't affect the sealant or anything in it. But I buy these big, huge things in like, I go over and get it at AC Moore or Hobby Lobby, and I use my 50% off coupon, so it's pretty cheap. Anyways, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to flip you guys down so you guys can see what I'm doing. Dave is reading comments, so if you need any answers or questions. It only takes about 15 minutes after you spray it, Amber. It dries really, really fast, especially if you put it outside. It'll dry even faster. The Mod Podge only takes about not even 10 minutes to dry. And in my house, it takes 2 minutes because it's freaking hot. Freaking hot. Okay, turning you guys down with my beautiful Archon mount. Woo! All right, let's see. I gotta get it up. Sorry. Just want everybody to be able to see what I'm doing. There we go. Get my beer out of the way. Okay, let's do this. So I'm going to use the white side today because I'm going to be using white mesh. The way I'm going to do the Santa today is I'm not using any cut mesh, okay? I'm going to show you a different way. I think I've done it this way for another wreath. I can't remember which one it was. But you can do your ruffles like any other of the wreaths, okay? You do not have to do it like I'm doing tonight. I just want to show you guys different ways that you can do Unique in the Creek wreaths. And now, because I am going to be using, I'm making a Santa hat on my frame. Once we get going, I'm going to show you guys that some of these holes I'm not going to use with the white. Okay. Yes. If you want, like I do the very basic when I'm teaching you guys, okay? So if you want a fuller wreath, definitely use more mesh, okay? You can use 2 pieces. If you're doing ruffle method and you want a nice full wreath, do 2 pieces every other hole, okay? So you don't have to do 2 pieces in every set of hole, but if you do 2 pieces in every other, it makes it really full. And if you do 2 pieces on the outer ones too, it makes it really, really full, okay? I just do the plain basics, like just show you guys how to do it, and then you guys can add your own touch. When I start with this mesh, you're going to see how I'm going to do it because I want a full Santa wreath as well, but I'm not going to do it in ruffles.
You need red?
I'm going to be using red just for the hat, okay, because I didn't go and get a hat. So if you guys already have a hat, then you don't need red. But it was a good thing that I forgot to go get the hat because I did want to show you guys how you can make your own Santa hat really easy without actually having to go and buy one, okay? Woo, it's hot. So I'm going to do the Mod Podging. So like I said, I'm using the matte Mod Podge. I'm just going to pour just a little bit on my board. Not too much. And you can get any kind of paintbrush or a foam brush works really well. And you're going to spread this around. I don't know if I didn't put enough on. So, and it doesn't matter. We're going to go up to these holes here, but if you go past the holes, it doesn't matter because it does dry clear, okay? Now you want a good layer on here because when we do go to smooth it, the excess Mod Podge will come out the sides, okay? So make sure you have something underneath. So if you're working on your dining room table, you don't get it all over your wood. So I have my mat underneath.
I want to know if you can only use your centers on the boards, or if they have an idea they can use whatever center.
Yeah, if you can design some centers, go ahead. I use signs on my boards too, like different signs, you know, and I just raise it up off the mesh. Okay, so when you're putting your face or your center on, you want to make sure, because you have your hanging holes up here, so this is going to be the top of your wreath frame. So you want to make sure that your hanging holes are at the top, okay? Nothing like putting your center on and then your hanging holes are over at the side and it's like, ah. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to kind of eyeball Santa's, so this would be the exact middle between these hanging holes is the middle of our frame, and I'm just kind of looking down the middle of Santa's nose, okay? And it's just outside the holes, and I think that's good. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to smooth it and pat it down with my hand.
What weight is that paper?
What's that?
What weight is that paper?
I think this paper is 28 pounds. That's what usually my Staples gives me. So you want to make sure you're really good along the edges. Now, like I said, when you do start smoothing it out, the excess Mod Podge will come out the sides. Okay, so what I love these. So if you don't have a set of this, get yourself one because it's actually made by Mod Podge and it really does a nice job. So I just kind of roll it and then I start with my center, and it's a hard plastic so it kind of bends. And I start in the center and go and work my way out. So any excess Mod Podge is coming out the side. And keep just going from the middle out, middle out. And if you do that, you should not have, because you can, hopefully you can see I have some Mod Podge coming out from the sides. And that Mod Podge actually helps slide your smoother thing. I don't know what this is called. Your squeegee smoother thing. I should start myself my own dictionary. Oh my god. All right. There we go. Now, any excess Mod Podge you can put back into your container. So I have like no lines. So if you just take your time. Now, you don't want to rub too hard because this does dry really fast. And as long as you can see that your sides are right down onto the board and there's no lines. So I don't know, you guys probably can't see it. Oh, I see a line right there. I don't know where I bought these. I think Craft Outlet. Now I'm going to put a little bit. I'm just going to paint a little bit just to give it a bit of a seal. Now I will be spraying it as well, but I like to do the top just a little bit just to make sure the edges are going to stay down. Not that you really see the edges anyways because the mesh goes over top, but if you're making it for somebody, you really want to make sure it's done correct. So there we go. Now this, it looks like it's cloudy, but it dries really, really fast. Okay, so that is it for the Mod Podging. So if you have problems, just keep rewatching and seeing what I'm doing because it really is not that difficult. Okay, if you're getting really big lines, maybe if you're going to do a lot of Mod Podging or decoupaging, you might think about getting one of these set things because they really do work.
Use the characters on the other board. Just make sure you
Okay, so I'm going to put him aside because I've already pre-done one. What?
We use characters on the other boards.
What other boards?
I'm assuming she meant flower.
Yeah, if you want to do a character board or a character wreath and you only have a flower board, you definitely can do it. The only thing you need is to get your paper instead of like, I usually say 24 to 32 pounds or whatever for the character board. If you want to use a flower board to do your character, get 100-pound cardstock. And that way you would Mod Podge it on exactly the same, because the character board is exactly the same as the flower board, less the holes in the middle. The cardstock will cover up the holes, so when you look through the light, you won't see the holes coming, like you won't see the holes through the paper. So I always, Scott convinced me to get a ticket. Oh, yay! Way to go, Brenda. Yeah, so what was I saying? I got all excited. There's a rabbit on our front porch. Okay. Here's my Santa. He's all dried. I've already sprayed him. Now, I hung my string. I put my string through. And I will do it for any of the, I'll do it again for any of our first timers that are watching. So I just use twine. Twine's good. You can use any kind of rope, but you know, you want a good sturdy rope. And this is just to make a hanging hole. And I like to do this before I start putting mesh in. That way I'm not digging through my mesh to find the hanging holes. So you put the two ends of your string in, and then you just double knot it. Okay, and then you can just cut the excess off. Okay, so got my hanging board on. Now I got, oh, my Mod Podge was still wet. I got crumbs on it because I ate cookies right before this. Okay, so here is my Santa. Now I've written on my board already. And this is what I love, love, love about our system is you can write your design or your pattern or whatever you want to do right on your board. So I have put on my board NW and where I want to put no white. Now, if you already have a Santa hat pre-done, like one of the felt ones or the plush ones, you're not going to do this, okay? You're going to do all your holes with the white, like I'm going to show you. But because I'm going to do a Santa hat right on the board, I need these outside holes to have no white in it because I'm going to be using red. And I'll show you guys when we get going. But I also marked here, this is where I'm going to be starting my red. So I've just written it on my board so that I remember once I get going. Okay, and that's it. Now, if you want to put lights, I am going to put lights in Santa. Santa needs some light up his life. So I got these. Make sure when you're doing your, test them first to make sure they're working so that you're not like, get it all in there and then wouldn't it really suck? You got it all in there and then you put all your mesh on and everything and then you put the batteries in and the lights don't work. How sucky would that be? So make sure you always check your lights before you put it on because it has happened. I've done a couple workshops where we didn't test their lights and sure enough. So what I do for the lights, they are going to be zip tied into our frame. But just to hold them in place, I am going to just Scotch tape them around my board of where I want to put them. Now you can have your lights facing inside Santa's face or you can have it going up towards the outside. It's totally up to you. I'm going to try that facing them towards Santa's face because he's so cute. And I'm just going around and just, you don't have to Scotch tape every single little piece because like I said, they are going to be zip tied in. You just don't want them moving all over the place while you're putting your mesh on. So these are a 20 set of lights. I am still looking for them. There's a certain store here in Canada that sells them and they only sell them at Christmas time. So I keep checking every week because once they're out, I will be scoping every single one of those stores. I wish you can buy them online, but you can't. So you have to go from store to store to store, and I will do that. because these are pretty awesome. They're not expensive whatsoever. And they're the battery timered. So they will, if you set it to go on for 6 o'clock, they go on at 6 and they shut off after 6 hours. So they'll shut off at midnight. And then they'll turn themselves back on at 6 o'clock again the next day. And it does that until the batteries are worn out. So they're pretty cool. Now, when I was over at Hobby Lobby the other day, I did see that Hobby Lobby does have some little lights that are timered now too. So just an FYI. And I also posted some that I found on Amazon. Now, when I first started doing this was about 2 years ago, putting the lights and everything in. None of these places like Amazon, nobody had them. But I don't know. Now it's lots of people have them. So
how long should the strand be?
well, like I said, this one is it depends if they're rice lights or if they're bigger lights like this. These are fairly big. I don't know what you would call them. But these have 20 lights on them. Now, the ones at Dollar Tree, I think I might face this out. The ones at Dollar Tree are not the greatest, people. For one, you have to, there's a little screw on them that you have to unscrew to put the batteries in, which if you're making wreaths for to sell, people are going to hate you because they're a pain in the butt. And they're not the greatest lights. So they're just, if you are going to put lights in, I would suggest getting ones like from me when I can get them, or the ones from Amazon look pretty good.
PVC has all kinds of battery operated.
Yeah, battery operated with a timer though.
I don't know.
Yeah, you can get lots of battery operated lights, but a lot of them don't have a timer in them. And the timer is what I like, because like seriously, who's really going to remember to go turn their wreath off on their door, unless it's hanging, in their living room or whatever. But I certainly won't remember to turn my lights off. Anyways, you can see I just taped it around, so I have most of them going in towards Santa's face, and I had some excess ones, so I just put them at the bottom here. Okay, so we're done with that, and at the end of my wreath, I'm going to hot glue this to the back of the frame. And when you do hot glue it, you want to make sure most of the battery packs have like this little arrow thing that you would open to change the battery. Make sure you don't glue that to your board. Oh, they do have timers. Okay, so there you go. Let's all check out QVC after, because I have to check that out too. But like I said, I love these ones. I've been using these ones for a few years now, teaching in my workshops, and I really do like them. They last a long time. Like they'll last a whole season with just 2 batteries. So when I find them, I will grab every single thing all over Ontario.
Can you use anything else besides Mod Podge? Joan can never get very smooth.
That's why, Joan, when you go back to watch the replay, have a watch, because I don't know what you're doing to not get it smooth. So if you can just watch how I did it and maybe the way you've done it, there might be a little bit of a difference, and that might be what your problem is, okay? Okay, so our lights are on. We're ready for Santa's hair or whatever. Now, I'm going to use just this 10-inch. It's like iridescent metallic in it, and it's just a 10-inch roll. Now, when I do him, I want to do, I'm going to be doing a small poof method, but I want to make sure it's full. So what I'm going to do is I'm not going to be using this whole roll for the couple times I need to go around. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut half of this roll, and I'm going to double my pieces, and I'll show you what I mean in one sec. I'm just guessing what half is. Oh, that looks good. half the things I do is like just right on the seat of my pants. I don't have no rhyme or reason for anything. You guys might think I'm just like brilliant or anything, but I'm really not. I'm just going with the flow, whatever comes to my head. I'm not supposed to say that? Okay, so now what I want to do is I want to put 2, because I really didn't want to open another roll. Now, if you're making a couple of these, then you can open 2 rolls of white and then just put them up. Just put them side by side. I'm going to put the 2 ends together, and I'm just going to scrunch it. I'm not sure where I'm starting yet, and I'm just dropping my mesh. What the? Oh.
What'd you do?
I didn't do anything. Doesn't that really suck? Have you guys ever got a mesh roll where they just kind of added a piece in? Like, there's like this little piece that just fell out of my roll. Suckers. All right, let's do that again. Get away, you. Nobody wants you. He was just stuck in there, honey.
It was probably done on Friday.
It was probably done on Friday. You're right. I don't know why they would just stick it in. Anyways, I'm just going to anchor this. Now, what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to show you guys all through. We're going to do the whole inside holes. So these 2 sets of holes closest to his face is what we're going to work on right now. I'm just going to start down here. I'm going to go through my back of the board, and I'm going through the very hole closest to the center, and I'm just going to anchor this for right now. So I'm just going to stick the 2 pieces over top right here, and I'm going to go up, over, and down that corresponding hole, and I'm going to zip tie it in the back. And I'm going to do it fairly tight, like keep it right to zip tied right to the board. Now this is anchored, and I can pull and everything else without worrying about it coming out. This is scratchy. Oh, the mesh is scratchy. Where's my cardboard? Okay, so my poofs I'm going to make. Now, I did 2 pieces because I want, it sounds really weird, but I want thick poofs.
Facebook's not liking Scott this week.
No? Yeah, I had a problem too, Scott, the other day when I was, of course, doing the debut on the tree. And the only time my brother has ever watched. And, of course, it's screwed up. Okay. So you can see when I do my poofs, it's going to be pretty thick. And that's what I want. But I'm not going to do big poofs because I want Santa's face to be seen. And I'm going to go around these ones. And then there's some up here, like where I put NW. There's going to be no white, but I am going to be doing white down here. So I want to make sure I measure each poof the same. Sorry, guys, hold up. I want to make sure each poof is the same distance. So I always have these cardboard things floating around. Let me just see what a good size poof for this is. That one's a little bit big. That looks good. So that is about 6 inches. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut this cardboard at 6 inches. And that's just going to be my measuring thing for all my poofs going around. That way they're all the same. Now you can use just a piece of cardboard. I usually grab an old box or something I have and just cut a piece off. Now I have 6 inches. Now I've got to make sure that I always write on here, because I am a spaz, that I know that it's this way that's 6 inches, not this way. The less thinking you have to do, the better, because when I'm wreathing, everybody knows when I'm wreathing, I'm not paying attention. I'm watching a movie or show or something. So the less thinking I have to do, the much better my wreath will yeah, uses all the time. Yeah, it's pretty cool little trick. So, okay, here we go. Got your zip ties. No clothespins today. Yep, because we're not really cutting anything.
Clothespins?
No clothespins.
You're known for your clothespins.
I know. I don't need clothespins today. So, guys, you got it anchored. Stick your 6-inch thing or whatever size poofs you want. I'm doing 6 inches. I got my 2 pieces here. I'm just bringing it straight down to the edge of my board, and I'm bringing it up. Not letting go of it, but I'm going to put the zip tie in the hole from the bottom closest to Santa's face. Now, if you get in the habit of using the same holes all the time, then when you finish your wreath, when you go to cut off the zip tie ends, all the heads are exact same way. So it looks really, really nice and tidy. So I'm going over that mesh, down through that corresponding hole. Okay, I'll flip it over now. Usually I never flip it over. Look, I got Mod Podge all over the back of the board. And I'm going to zip it. Now, once it gets to once it gets to the hole, then when I start pulling it really tight and then popping the head in, okay? If you do it really tight on the board and then you try to pull the head into the other hole, you're going to have a little bit of a hard time because it's not going to move for you. Let's see if this poop is going to be big enough. Yeah, I think so. I wanted to just make sure you could see Santa's face. So I'm just going to go around. Basically, this is it. I'm going to go around, and I already lost my measuring thing. And I'm going to do 6-inch poofs. So I'm going to pull it out again. Got my 6-inch. Zip tie through the back of the board, closest to Santa's face, and I'm going up and over. Now, when you're doing this, make sure your zip tie head, the flat part, is facing the ceiling, and that way you're always going to make sure that the zip tie is in there. Now, I'll flip it over a few times, but usually when I'm making the wreath, I don't flip it over. I just zip it up. And once you get to the board again, then start pulling it tight, and it'll pop right into the hole. These zip ties I'm using are 8 inches long, but it's not really the length I go for. It is the size of the head. So you want 18-pound zip ties. You can do 5, 6, 7, 8 inches long. As long as they're 18-pound, it's the strength, the 18-pound strength. So they're not like heavy duty or anything. Then you'll have the small head. Okay. I love these zip ties. I bought a whole case of them from a zip tie factory here in Canada. And I will be posting them on our website once we move. I ordered a whole bunch of stuff. So it's good for my Canadian crafters because it's really hard to get stuff over here. So since I have all kinds of stuff in the States, I can bring and order all kinds of stuff, and I'll bring it over, and then I can just sell it to my Canadian friends as well. Because you guys probably don't know, most of you are American, but hey, Mashman! Mashman in the house! Most of my American people, you have no idea how hard it is to craft over in Canada. We only have Michaels. That's it. Okay? We don't have Hobby Lobby. We don't have AC Moore. We don't have Joann's, anything like that. So for crafting, it's very, very expensive. That's if you can find the mesh. Now, a roll of mesh like I'm using at Michael's here in Canada is $17.99 for one roll of 10-inch. I think it's 10.5-inch mesh. Okay? Yes, $17.99. So no, because then you can't, if you put the zip tie in, you can't bring the poofs through. So if I zip tied it in, how would I put the poof through it, right? There's no cheating for this way. You have to kind of do the work here. But you can see how cute it is. I like the two things of mesh in there. It's going to make it nice and full, so Santa doesn't look like he's balding. And again, we're using the white side. Not very much that we use the white side, but for when you're using white mesh, it's great. Snowball mesh makes a really nice Santa. but this is what I had. So I'm just going to keep going around. I'm not going to open up all my poofs yet. I'll wait till I go around. I hope I cut enough. I think I did. So yeah, this is why I call it no guessing wreathing, because it's pretty monotonous.
Oh my lord.
Michelle, say that? Oh my lad. Have I said A yet?
I don't know.
Now, like I said at the beginning, you can do poofs, like the poof, not poofs, this is poofs. You can do ruffles, you can do the spirals, you can do whatever you want for Santa, or for the character wreaths. I've been trying to show you guys different ways. I prefer ruffles, but this way is really good, especially if you're like crafting on the go, which I do a lot if I'm going on a road trip or something. So any mesh that I don't have to cut is much easier to work with. Good Lord, we're up to 250 people. Where'd everybody come from? Holy man. Hi, everybody. I wasn't even paying attention. So if you have any questions, Dave is monitoring the comments. Well, because you always interrupt me while I'm talking. Well, I know I talk all the time. But... Look, I'm silent now. You could ask me something. Just saying. So I'm kind of making sure that, some of the light wires are going to be in between the zip ties. You just kind of move it with your finger, scooch it over.
What part of Canada? Who are you asking? What part of Canada? Somebody said hi to me.
Hi, Dave.
Or no, maybe it's Dave on or something.
We are in Stony Creek, Ontario, hence the unique in the creek. But I was born and raised in Niagara Falls, Ontario. I moved to Stony Creek, how many years ago? I can't even remember, because I used to drive. I worked at McMaster University for almost 30 years. And for 9 years, I drove from Niagara Falls to Hamilton every day, me and my best friend, because she worked at McMaster too. And we carpooled, and that is an hour and 10-minute drive one way every day. It sucked. We finally just had enough after 9 years and said, okay, let's put our houses up for sale and move. And that's what we did. And now I want to move back to Niagara Falls.
I gotta say, I love Patsy. She's answering everybody's questions.
Oh, thanks, Patsy.
Good job. I should hire her. Hire that girl.
Would one piece of snowball mesh cover it, or do you double? You know what I would do? Because snowball mesh is really expensive, Joan. If you want to use snowball mesh, pardon me, beer burp, I would put the snowball mesh on top of just cheap mesh. So even the white doesn't even have to have the metallic in it. You know, the cheap stuff that they use for flour. Put the white snowball mesh on that. Don't double up the snowball mesh so that you're going to waste it, okay? Because it is expensive. But there's ways around that. So you just pat it with the cheap stuff underneath, because you won't really see the cheap stuff. And that way your snowball mesh will last a little bit longer. So you'll probably get 2 Santas or 2 snowmen out of 1 roll of snowball mesh.
How big would you cut them?
The ruffles, if I do the ruffles, I do 9 inches by 10 inches piece.
And would you use 2 at a time?
Well, it depends how full I want it. The ruffles get really bunched up. So for me, if I was doing it, I would do every other one 2 pieces. There's no reason that you need to do every set of hole with 2 pieces. But if you do every other hole with 2 pieces, you're not wasting your mesh, and it's going to be nice and full. Because we don't want we want to get the best return out of our wreaths without spending too much money. And somebody said something to me the other day, and I gotta say, you guys, like, gotta remember, your time is money as well. So somebody said that they can do, it only takes a half an hour to do our wreath frame, and it takes like 3 hours to do, the wire wreath frame. But the wire wreath frame's only, what, $4 or whatever at Craft Outlet. Well, yes, ours is $8 or $7, whatever you're buying, but you're also saving 2.5 hours of time and much, much less supplies. So you really have to look at the bigger picture when you're doing your wreaths. What, honey?
8-inch zip ties?
Mine that I'm using right now are 8-inch zip ties, 18 pounds. You can use 5, 6, 7, 8-inch, 9-inch, as long as they're only 18 pounds of strength. Because if you use anything higher than 18 pounds, you'll see that the heads of the zip ties get bigger and bigger, and so do the thickness of the what are they, the tails or whatever. Okay, so I'm almost done the first row. Isn't him cute? He's so cute. Now, after you've done this a while, you kind of know you really don't need because I pretty much can guess what 6 inches is.
Are you going in the 2-hole row of the 3-hole?
Yes, I'm going every 2 sets of holes closest to the center. That's where I'm going in right now. I will be going back out. So there's every other hole has like a set of 3. That hole, I'm going to be going back around, okay? But I'm not going to be doing white on the top because I'm going to do a Santa hat with red on the top, and I'll show you how super cute it is and how easy. I'm even going to show you guys how to make a big fluffy pom-pom for his hat. How's that for teaching? You guys all probably, if you're crafters, you all know how to make pom-pom, but... Almost done here. Now, I usually don't keep measuring, like I was saying, but for teaching purposes, I'll do it like everybody else does. So as long as you just make sure you keep your zip ties, you keep going in the same hole. So rule of thumb for me is always go in the hole closest to the center. Now, if you don't do it, it's just your zip tie heads in the back won't look as nice. That's all. Not that anybody will notice, but I will. I do. Okay, we're almost at the end. Yes, lots of times. I think my picture that I put on my post, I think I did him with ruffles, but it's very easy to do. But I thought I like this method too, so. And it's easy, no cutting. Especially if you're teaching, if you want to do a workshop and you don't have a lot of pair of scissors. Is it a lot of pair of scissors? No, come on. No froze. Oh.
No, I think you're back.
Am I back? No froze.
I think.
There's got to be something with Facebook.
Well, it's going, but it says live video interrupted.
It's not on mine. Go out and come back in. Okay, so I've come to where... Huh?
Sorry, it said, do we print off the bases?
Yeah. Okay, guys, I've come to where I have first started. Now, you can zip tie over that zip tie that's holding that base on, or you can just snip it off. That's another thing with our boards. It's so nice when you make a mistake. And I'm just going to, so I've snipped it off, and I'm going to put my other poof just on top there, and I'm going to go through under and over top. Now, you can leave, like I said, you can leave that zip tie there and just go over top of it. You'll just have 2 zip ties in that place. Okay. So I'm going to flip it over in 1 second. You'll see what I've got so far. So this is the back so far. We're almost done with his thing. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to, so that you can see I just put the head right to the board. And when I'm doing the zip ties, like I said, I watch TV and I don't even pay attention. Then I'll flip it over when I'm done that, and I'm going to start just pulling, and they'll pop right in the hole as it's tightening up, okay?
Yeah, I used to be from Niagara on the Lake.
Oh, I love Niagara on the Lake.
Owned a food farm down in Florida.
Oh, really? Okay, that's our back. Now, what I'm going to do is I got just wire cutters. You can use scissors, but get yourself a cheap pair of wire cutters just to save on your scissors. And you're just going to snip off the tails right close to the head. So you have a nice, neat back. Now, I had said this with the Christmas tree the other night. Do yourself a favor, if you have a wreath, shop or a wreath Facebook page or whatever, go on Vistaprint and print the little round stickers. Or even if you want to do address labels for now. But make some kind of sticker with your Facebook name on it or your name of your business and a phone number, an email address, or even the Facebook page, and put that sticker on the back of your wreath frame. Because if you sell this wreath at a craft store or a craft, like a craft market or something, and the person brings it home and then their friends are like, oh my gosh, it's so cute. Where did you get it? Well, 9 times out of 10, they don't remember what your name is. So if you make a sticker and put it in the back, just say maybe like thank you for your, just thank you, your logo and your Facebook page or your phone number or whatever, stick it on the back of your wreath frame. That way, when anybody else is looking, they can just flip their wreath around and say, oh, this is the person that made it for me. Okay? That do yourself. That's really, really important, especially if you have a business. Okay. So now I'm going to go around. I think I'm going to cut this here because I am going to do the outside. So I'm just going to cut this right close to the zip tie.
Mod Podge your business card.
There you go. Mod Podge your business card or get shipping tape or whatever. Get your information on the board, okay? And that's why we stopped putting Unique in the Creek on the board. Because,
I said I lost that.
Yeah, he lost that bet. Because I wanted, yes, the board is Unique in the Creek, but I want the customers that buy the finished wreath frames from you guys to not come to Unique in the Creek looking for the wreath. You want the customers coming to your store and say, oh, my friend bought this Santa wreath, can you make me one? So that's why I made the decision of not putting our stamp on anymore. Okay, so whatever you do, even if you have to write with a Sharpie marker your website on there or something, or your Facebook page or whatever, do it, okay? Because I'm telling you, people will come and say, oh my God, that is so cute. Where did you get that? And I'm telling you, they won't remember unless they're your friend. So
you carry larger boards.
No, these can be made up to, like, depending how much mesh you put on. Like I could made these poofs really big and then just made it huge. Like some of my flowers, they're all the same size boards, but some of my flowers are almost 30 inches large. So it just depends how you put your stuff on. Now I didn't want a big, huge wreath or anything like that. So I wanted these little poofs. Now I'm going to open them up after I'm done. But, and it doesn't matter how big you make your wreaths, they will always fit between 2 doors, which is another nice thing. Okay, so I'm going to start on the outside now. Here you can see I put NW. So I know, pardon me, I know I'm not going to put white here because this is where I'm going to be doing some red. So I'm going to start my white right here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my edge and I'm going to make myself a poof. All right, and I'm just going to, so I've just folded it over Probably, I guess you want to make sure it's 6 inches. So just fold it over to 6 inches. So that's what 6 inches right there. Fold it over, and I'm going to zip tie this poof right on. Now what I'm going to use is I'm going to use this outside hole to the around the edge of the board. Okay, I'll show you what I mean. 1 second. So I'm sticking my zip tie through that hole. Okay, I'm putting the folded pieces. So make sure your 2 pieces that you have go over top of here, and then you're going to go over top of the mesh, in through the zip tie, and around the outside of the edge of the board. Okay, so, and then it pops right into that hole. So this is what I'm going to be using for the rest of, maybe that poof was a little too big. I am going to be doing just the outside holes of Santa here. So I'm just going to do just around the bottom. Where did my measuring thing go? Here we go. Oh, wait. 6 inches might be too small because that's every other. Might have to do maybe 8 inches for the outside, unless you want it really, really tight. Yeah, I think I'll do it. I think I'm going to do this around 8 inches, so it just sits kind of like this. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to do the outside 8 inches. So again, you're just going to go find that third hole. It's just on the outside. And you're going to put your zip tie through that. It's blocked with Mod Podge. And I'm going over top of my mesh, zipping it. Okay, once it hits the board, I'm going to flip it over. So I'm on the outside of the board, and I'm going to tighten it and then pull and tighten into the hole. Now this is just, I got to fix this poof right here. This is just like one way that you guys can do it. There's so many different ways you'll be able to figure out. Like I said, the ruffle, oh, I'm not doing 8 inches. So about, I guess I could use my my measuring board here. I'm such a nerd. Okay, 8 inches right there. I like the ruffles, but I just wanted to show you guys different other different ways that you can do it. I know somebody just did Jimmy O'Lantern pretty similar to this way, and oh my gosh, it was so cute. She put all she did was put deco tubing in between each one. Oh, it turned out so cute. But I was already doing this method anyways. When I saw it, it's like, oh, doing almost the same method. Okay, 8. We're almost done the white here, because I'm only going around the bottom. Good thing too, because I'm almost at the end of my roll of mesh here. Well, one of them. So again, over top of the mesh, around, and I'm going around the outside of the board. Flip it around. Now you guys can use pipe cleaners if you want. Pipe cleaners work just as well. I just can't use pipe cleaners. They hurt my hands. Oh, that's the last one for the white. So I'm done my white, because the rest is going to be red. So I'm just going to cut this off right at the zip tie here. Okay, so we're done with the white. Look at that. Talk about guessing for measuring. So I didn't use quite a full roll of white. This guy's nasty over here. I gotta fix him. Oh, lady. So yappy. Laid. I just think I don't like that big poof. I'm just going to leave it like that. Okay, I'm not going to cut this off just yet. just want to see. I think my red will be, oh, maybe. Okay. Maybe I will cut it off. Because my red is going to start up here. All right. I'll just cut it off. I can add more. Nice thing about this, you can add more. You just cut the zip. Oh, of course, I grabbed these stupid scissors again. You can add more. You just have to cut off the zip tie. Okay, I'm going to bring this around. I'm going to snip off my tails. So have yourself a little bucket or a little cardboard box or something to throw all your crap stuff away, like the zip ties. And as I say that, I don't have one around here. I had one. Okay, now I'm going to go around and just fluff open some of these poofs so we get some fuller hair here. So you're just going inside the poofs. You kind of grab the two serged edges. Oh, shoot. That just came out. Hold on. Gotta fix. I didn't do this one tight enough. There we go. There, that's tight now. Okay, I'm going to open up my poof. So you just want to grab the serged edges that are inside there and kind of open them all up again so it's nice and full. We don't want to see any of the board. So the easiest way is to start with the small ones. And if you separate them, it will give it some dimension as well. I made these poofs pretty tight. I should put some curls in here. Curl, like, well, you wouldn't know what curls are.
I don't know what curls are.
It's a type of, like, you know, this is what I'm doing is poof method. There's curls, there's ruffles, there's well, I don't know, different kinds of petals. And so I'm just kind of separating this just to give it some dimension. And then I'm going to open these ones up. As you open it, everything up, it hides all the board, it hides all the holes. Just get your fingers in there to open them up. This mesh is really, really stiff. I like the stiff mesh because it does good coverage and it kind of does what you want it to do, but it's a pain in the butt to work with. I'm not too worried about the opening them up here because his hat is going on shortly. Curls. Okay. What do I have any mesh left? Hold on. I'll show you what I mean. Or spirals. Are they spirals? I don't know.
Did you say A?
A? I don't know. I said I don't know. Oh, really? I don't even know what I'm saying it anymore.
What is the brand of mesh you were using?
Good question. I think I got this from just like Paper Mart. I buy mesh all over the place. You guys should probably have seen that mesh is always sold out everywhere. So I just go on different websites like Paper Mart, Tool Shop, the Wreath Shop, Trendy Tree, Fuzzy Fabrics, like Craft Outlet. Wherever I can get it, I'll get it. So when I placed a huge order a couple weeks ago, one place didn't have red, but the other place did. So, and one place didn't have orange, but the other place did. So I just kind of order it wherever, and then I forget. Okay, so these guys right here, you won't even see up here because his hat's going there. We just want to make sure these down ones here are nice and open and full. Now, I'm going to show you what I meant about a curl. Or a spiral. I don't know. You guys can chime in. Maybe there's something else it's called. I have no idea. I have to open all these up right now, but so these outside poofs almost look like his beard. So, like, you cut a piece. I don't know. Okay, chime in, guys, and tell me what it's called. You cut a piece. Let me get it straight here.
It's called a curl.
A curl. See? And then you just cut whatever. And then you just roll it. You roll it. A tube. And you can turn it. Oh, actually, you know what? I might try it. It might look so cute. It looks so cute. So I have 2 holes here.
And Scott said it's called curls.
Oh, okay. Curls. Scott said it's called curls. It's curls. Let's see how cute if it looks cute. Because I do have extra mesh left. So the only thing is you have to move the head out of the way to get to the other hole. Because there is shared holes here. Let's see. So what I did was I used the 2 in between. So there will be a zip tie there now. And pull it down. Move that down. And we have a curl. It's kind of cute. You know what? I'm going to put a couple more. I like it. Gives it a bit of dimension. Or even though, the metallic tubes, I don't have any white. I do have silver. I could probably use silver. I'm only going to do them down below because up top you're going to see what I'm going to do with the red. So again, I'm going to move. I'm just using the holes with 3. So I moved the heads out of the way. And I'm going to put it here, and then I'm going to come down here. Up. Go down through the other hole. Oh, good thing I thought of that. This one's going in our booth at the. Oh, I did my zip tie wrong though. I think. Oh no, I didn't. Ugh. There we go. Aw, it does look very cute.
Curl.
It's a curl?
No, I know. I know.
Well, maybe with some type of spiral. I don't know if there's a Wreathing dictionary.
You said there's a lot of dictionaries. Wreathing dictionary, Lori dictionary.
Yeah. Did you guys see that there's a new show? It's crafting. You know how we want to do Wreath Wars?
Scott is the host.
With Scott as the host. Well, they have crafting. Oh, what's it called? Making it or something?
Making it, yeah.
And so, yeah, like it is like crafting wars. I couldn't believe it. I think somebody bugged our house and took our idea. Swear. Right, lover?
I think you did.
Yeah. I think it would be great. Wreathing Wars starring Scott Waterman. He would be the perfect host.
Oh, it's on tonight.
Oh, is it on tonight? I watch it on the Android box. It's pretty cool. I should go on there.
What materials the Wreath made up will hold up together?
Well, this is made out of tempered hardboard, so it does have a coating on it. Now that I've said that, there is a rumor.
Stay tuned.
There is a rumor that Unique in the Creek maybe, just maybe, going to plastic, and Unique in the Creek may have molds being made in China. Just maybe.
Good thing you don't work for like a
I know, I can't keep secrets.
secrecy agency or something.
I'll have to fix these ruffles after. Maybe I'll cut them. Oh, there we go. I like them cut. They're too big and bulky. You're watching a mastermind at work. I don't know. That's good enough. Whatever. I need another beer. All right, people. Here we go. We're going to go on to the hat. So, I have myself some of this red mesh. This is really, really metallic, shiny mesh. You can use any red mesh. When I was playing around with mesh for making the hat, I'll show you guys what I did. I was using red and white snowball mesh, and it really worked nice. But I didn't have any more left, but I had some of this red metallic stuff.
Oh, yeah,
Snowball mesh, it's got like, looks like it's got little snowballs. Oh yes, we have ESP. Everybody's reading my mind, which is scary because you don't want to be in this brain, I'm telling you. Scary stuff goes on in this head. Doesn't it, honey? Yeah. Don't be so enthused. Okay. Where was my hat starting? Okay, I'm going to start my hat here. So where I have NW.
Michelle said A, and I can't remember if you said it.
Oh, yes, this is really shiny, shiny mesh. It's really pretty. Now, where I put NW for no white, I'm going to be using the hole that's in front of it. So it's a shared hole. So I'm going up through that hole because there's already a zip tie there, but I'm going to use this hole to this hole for this right now. And I'm going to anchor it in there.
Do you have a picture of a finished piece?
No, not yet. So I'm just going to zip tie this in for an anchor.
I love your brain and creativity.
Yeah.
Oh, it's scary.
This brain is scary. Okay, so I'm going over, and I've marked over here NW, so I know that's where I'm ending. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to loosen the mesh up off the roll, and I'm going to kind of give it a twist. Just like this. It's not twisting very well. The other stuff twisted better.
Please move the camera over your
Oh, sorry. I must have hit it. Sorry. Okay. So what I've done is went in where my NW and I anchored the piece of
I
red.
can't see what you're doing with the red 'cause your hands aren't-
Sorry. I hit the camera. Okay. What I've done is just on that hole, that outside hole where I put NW, I went in on the back side through. So it's a shared hole. And went up through the zip tie here. Went over the red. And came back down. So that's the zip tie there. Okay, now I'm going to take this mesh. Hold on. It's a little bit funny to work with because it's got a lot of metallic in it. And I'm just going to kind of twist it. Just over top of his hairline there. Okay, and now over here, I have the other NW, okay? So I'm going to stick, again, put the zip tie through that shared hole. I'm going to put this in. And I'm going to zip it in. Okay, now I'm not going to do it too tight, just in case I have to move a little bit of this out. Okay, now I'm going to go back over again to the other side. Sorry, this mesh is not the best to work with. It's going to be pretty, but it's a little bit difficult to work with. Okay, now I am going to cut that zip tie. Now, here's where you might want to use pipe cleaners. Pipe cleaners would come in handy. Actually, I have some here. Look at that. I am going to use pipe cleaners, people. Look at me using a pipe cleaner. What? Ninja Santa. Using pipe cleaner just for the hat. Because I'm going to put that in there and twist it. And then I'm going to go back over around again. So I'm going to fix this. And I am going to put a pipe cleaner over in that other side too. Okay, going back over again. Up around the top. So as you can see, if you do have a already made Santa hat, it is much, much easier. But this is pretty. Wait till you guys see when it's done. Now I'm going to cut this zip tie off, and I'm going to put a pipe cleaner. My pipe cleaner. I like the nice thin when I do use pipe cleaners. But I only have white, so, but you won't see it. Now I just got to find the holes. I'm going through one hole here. I'll move the camera in 1 second. Just let me get this pipe cleaner in before I let go or anything go. There we go. All right. So I'm going to twist this. So I'm going through here again.
First time doing this?
I've done it earlier. I was practicing. Why?
I'm just asking.
Yeah, I was
I'm
playing.
wondering if this is another Lori moment.
It is a Lori moment, okay? I was, like I said, at the last kind of second, I realized I didn't have a Santa hat, and I didn't feel like I was going to go to the storage unit. I didn't feel like it. So, but wait to see how cute it is. You'll be impressed, my love.
I'm always impressed by what you do.
Okay, so as you guys can see, it's starting to form a hat. It's going to be a nice shiny hat. There, I've just gone back and forth, back and forth. Now I'm going back over one more time, and it's going to end over here. So it's going to go around the top here. And of course, I picked the prettiest mesh, but not the easiest to work with. And I'm going to put the ends back into this pipe cleaner again. Now I can fool around. And just tuck it in. So that's why I said don't do any white up top, because you won't even see it. So I just kind of layered back and forth the red deco mesh. Okay, and I'm going to cut it about down here. There, I'm done with that. Now we can play with his hat a bit. This is mesh. It's scratchy. Okay, so now I'm going to just put the pipe cleaner ends down through those holes and then tie them in the back. And then I will show you what I'm going to do to cover this up. Come on! Go in the hole! There we go.
Get your home.
Get your home. All right, I'm twisting. I think this is the first time you guys have ever seen me use pipe cleaners. But I do have them. All right, so let me fix the other side now. Tie it in. Yeah, it's not bad for a... I could have probably made it a little smaller. I don't know. When I was playing around with the other mesh, I'm going to make a pom-pom. Stay tuned. I'm going to make a simple, easy pom-pom.
Reading your mind.
Yep. So I'm just going back through on this side and bringing it down through the holes so I can tie it up. And then just twist it. I hate pipe cleaners. Like, just doing these 2 pipe cleaners is actually hurting my hands already. Snip it off and push it down.
If you were using the actual hat, what would you do?
If you're using a hat, you can use, mostly it's the plush hat. You would just poke 2 holes on the edges of the hat, and you would just zip tie them through probably, let me flip this over so you guys can see. So you would zip tie it probably through this one and this one, or depending how big the hat is. So you would just put holes in them and just zip tie them right to the board. But you would go right over top of it because you don't want it sitting right on the very tippy top of his head.
Tippy top?
Tippy top. That's another one. Scooch. Okay. Looks like a pirate right now. I'm sure you guys will do way better than me. They always do. All right. One cockeyed looking Santa. But it's got a red hat, so. I'm just got to tuck the edges in so you can't tell it's really layered. It's just one hat. Okay. Let's just put him inside because I'm like over him right now. I'm going to make Pom-Pom for his hat. He needs an eye patch. Okay, so I have this like really chunky wool. I don't know where I got it from. I think I made bunny tails out of it at Easter. It's just this really thick wool. I think I got it at Michael. It must be Michael's because we have nothing else. Now to make Pom-Pom, I don't know how all you guys make Pom-Pom, but an easy way is, I'm going to take a pipe cleaner again. So put one edge or the end of your wool around your hand and just keep wrapping it around. I'm going to make a nice fluffy full Pom-Pom. That's pretty good, I think. Cut that off. And lay.
That's the stuff used for the horse meat.
No, this isn't the same stuff. I wish I had my wire. Do you happen to see my wire over there, hon? Oh, so what I did is I took it off my hand and I put it across my pipe cleaner here. And I'm going to twist as hard as I can when I'm tightening it, and twist. I might even put after a twist, put a knot in it because I don't want it to all come undone. Okay, so I've got 2 kind of loops here on this side. Probably could have made a bigger one, but and what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my scissors and I'm going to go through these loops, hold on to the middle, and then just snip the loops.
Making a pom-pom.
Making a pom-pom for Santa's hat.
My mom had one when I was a kid, just make pom-poms out of it.
Oh yeah, I have a pom-pom maker actually around here. It's this plastic thing I got from Amazon. Because I made a whole bunch of bunny. Remember when I was making bunny tails? Okay, so there's one side. And I'm going to do the same on the other. Kind of hard to see the loops because this is really fluffy wool. But if you're using a thinner wool, you just have to wrap it around your hand or a piece of cardboard more times than I did. But this is pretty thick stuff, so. And there's other ways to make pom-poms. Like this is just an easy way I show at my workshops. So I don't have to be running around with pom-pom makers. Yeah, I can, but I'm just going to wire this right through onto the board. Okay. I can feel if it's open or not. I think I got them all. All right, now you're going to take the back of your zip tie, or what am I using, a pipe cleaner? Ooh, she definitely needs some trimming, and I'm going to trim. This is going to be all over my house because the dogs will have it hang out their tails and everything else. Oh, I'm over 300 people, babe.
You are, I seen that.
Wow. See, once in a while I actually look up. Okay, I have a pom-pom for Santa's hat.
That's a mess.
That's a what?
That's a mess.
What's a mess?
It makes a mess.
Oh, it does make a mess. But look how cute the pom-pom is. And if I keep shaking it, all the wool opens up and it looks like a really fluffy pom-pom. I'm going to have to trim it when I put it on Santa's hat. Let's move this because this will be all stuck to the decal mesh for sure. For sure. All right, come here, you jacked up Santa.
You've been sipping your beer?
Santa's been my beer. All right, so I'm going to put the tail down there, and I'm going to put this pom-pom right
under the camera so people can see what you're doing.
I'm putting a pom-pom. I'm meaning I'm not under the camera.
Can't see what you're doing.
Oh,
There we go.
is that too much?
No.
So I'm just putting the pom-pom. I'm feeding the pipe cleaner through the same holes that the other pipe cleaners were in. There's one. And the other one. I think I should have made his hat a little longer down there. Oh well. And this is my pom-pom pipe cleaner. Get nice and tight. It's loose. Hi, Lolly. Look at my Santa. Do you love him? It's a jacked up Santa. What? I know it needs to be longer, eh? Well, but isn't it cute? I should have put it around down here. What do you guys think? I should have put it down here, eh, guys?
Someone has to take a shot now.
You need Archon now. You know what, Cindy? She's got an Archon.
I got an Archon, Cindy. Unique in the Creek because I have an affiliate.
A? Did you say A?
I'll probably.
I think you did.
I said someone has to take a shot.
Everybody drink. She said A.
Oh, I don't. I think Santa's hat needs to come back down here.
Michelle's keeping track of your A's.
She's getting drunk over there. Then. Okay, I'm moving. I'm adding. I'm improvising.
What are you improvising now?
Well, I need Santa's hat longer. God, it's so much easier when you just buy a hat. I should have just went to the storage unit. You know what? Okay, I'm not doing it. But anyways.
Everybody loves him. Everybody says they love him.
Do you guys love him? Look at him. Oh, I got to fix it over here. Anyways, once you open everything up, it'll... Is she? Oh, yeah, she went and got her nails and everything done. Anyways, so if I were you, I would make the hat down to here maybe along the edge and then put your pom-pom. But you guys get the gist, right? He is actually a little cute.
Put a curl there.
Put a curl there? I have to open it all up, but I'm not going to open it up. I'm going to turn the lights on, though. And I have to hot glue my battery pack. Oh, you can see holes here. Okay, once I open it up, you won't be able to see the holes. Good Lord, I make a mess. Okay, I'm going to hang him up. Where am I going to hang him? And Lolly's going to shut off the light, and we'll see how he looks. Oh, and see some of the holes. I have to open it up. I didn't open up all the poofs. Oh, he's cute. Okay, Lolly. Shut it off. Hold on, guys.
Your camera's still facing down.
I know.
Oh.
I'm fixing him before I
But
reveal
everybody's
him.
looking at your mat.
Okay, ready? Look how cute he is! Oh! He looks adorable. Let me come and see. Not bad for improvising for a Santa hat. I think it looks cute.
What happened to
Yeah, it
this?
turned out pretty good.
It did turn out pretty good. He's jacked up, Law.
Oh, lots of hearts.
This Santa's had a little bit too much Coors Light. You can turn the light back on. All right. Well, you guys got the gist of it. Oh, wait. The piece de resistance. I made a bow, and I'm going to put him below Santa here somehow. No, I'm not. He's already all jacked up. I did have a bow, and I was going to put a bow underneath here, but I'm not.
People love it.
Look, oh, I love him. Very good. Hey, not bad for improvising, eh? Oh, hey, take a drink. Yeah, so if you guys do your hat the way I did, go down a little bit longer. Down about here, like just the tail, and leave that part up there. But other than that, once I open it, all the poops up and everything, the board will all be covered. You won't see the holes. And he's really so super cute. And he's got a Mrs. Claus that looks just like him. So I will do Mrs. Claus. I think I don't know when I'm scheduled to do Mrs. Claus, but he's very cute. So we did Santa in 100-degree weather. I hope you guys all enjoyed it. I'm sure you'll look at me, I'm sweating. Look, good Lord. Need another drink. It's warm beer. So, yeah, you can do ruffles. Ruffles is my favorite method when I'm doing the character wreaths, but I wanted to show you other ways because he is really cute. Oh, look how cute he is. I'm seeing him on my tablet right now. Anyways, so, holy crap. Can you guys see how red I am? See what I do for you guys? I'm like overheating. Hopefully Thursday we'll have some air conditioning.
You're glowing.
Who's glowing? Yeah, that's sweat. I'm going to jump in the pool. Anyways, hi, Mom. Does anybody have any questions while I'm actually looking at my computer screen, whatever? Hey, I did them in like an hour and a half. So if I did it in an hour and a half with all my talking, you could probably do it in wait. I'm doing chunky dunk, Betty. You better believe it. It's too friggin' hot. Soon, though. Soon, my friends, we will have air conditioning. I'm almost ready to pack up and go to a hotel.
What size wreath is this?
What size?
I said A.
I said A, yeah. The character boards and the flower frames are 15 and almost 16 inches in diameter. So it depends how big you do, say your flower petals, how big you do your flower petals is, I've done a couple flowers. They ended up being like 30 inches wide. So it all depends. You just need to fool around with it. Like, I'm sure you guys have seen the poppy wreath that Connie did. Like, oh my God, there is so many things you guys can do with these frames if you just think and, just look at a flower. If there's a flower that you really like, and I haven't done a tutorial on it, stare at a picture of that flower. And the ideas will come to you to figure it out, how to make a flower that looks like that. It'll take like trial and error, kind of like my Santa, it might be jacked up the first couple times, but after a while, you'll figure it out. And It's really easy because you could just cut the zip ties and redo it again.
Do you still have local pickup for frames?
I have local pickup. Yes. For anybody local, yes.
Somebody asked, what did you end up putting on your Christmas or birthday?
Nothing yet. I didn't finish it.
What did you put in?
On my Christmas tree?
Yeah.
Well, it still looks like it did with the live because I had to pack all day because the shipping guys are sick. So I'm doing my best, guys. I almost forgot I had a live today too. So all right, anything else that we need to discuss? Now, make sure you get if you want to go into the convention, watermansloft.com. You can get your boards. Like I said, tree boards. You guys ordered over 400 tree boards in less than 48 hours. You're killing us.
No, they're not killing us.
No, you're not killing us. Just kidding. It's just gonna take a bit. We stockpiled what we thought was gonna be. we estimated way wrong. Anyways,
Will you do the poppy tutorial? No.
I didn't do the poppy. Connie did the poppy, and I think if you go check out her page, she said she is going to do a tutorial. She did use the Unique in the Creek board, but she came up with her own design. So she may charge a few dollars for the tutorial. That's up to her. But if you guys want to do the same, if you come up with something too that, you might be able to charge a couple dollars for your time, because I'm sure it took her quite a few takes to get that poppy as perfect as she did. So that's, again, time is money. And we all want to learn. I want to learn. So I'll pay her the for the tutorial as well. Okay, everybody, I'm going to go and have a swim. Oh, you made yours longer? Perfect, Sherry. Did you do the poofs or did you do ruffles? Brenda, did you finish your Christmas tree? Brenda stopped by and got her Christmas tree. She's probably going to be the first one finishing her tree because she actually lived locally. And she brought me some material that she was going to use for her Christmas tree, actual material from fabric store. And it was gorgeous. So I cannot wait to see how this Christmas tree turns out because the material was stunning. Yes, the tree board is available on our website. It's not going to be Amazon fast shipping, so you got to hold your horses because Dave's going to go as quick as it can, and the other guys are working on flower and character boards because we are piled with those as well as trees and horses. So, oh, you posted on my page? Oh my gosh, I can't wait to see it. Yeah, Michelle's jealous.
What is Connie's business name?
I don't know. It's on the post on my Facebook page with the poppy. I apologize. I can't think of it offhand, but I'm not sure. It is on the business page. So go ahead, give her a like, and she's going to be doing a video. All right. I'm gone. I'm off. Hope you guys enjoyed it. And I hope your guys' Santa turns a little bit better than mine. I'm sure it will. Just have fun. Okay? Don't overthink things. Do what I do. Just whatever. And then, my second Santa will turn out way better than this one because I'm going to use a pre-made hat.
And we'll have air conditioning.
And we'll have air conditioning. I won't be smoking hot. Okay, guys. Love you guys, and thank you for all your support. The people that won the $50 gift cards, I will be contacting you probably tomorrow morning. I'm a bit tired now. So I will. Now my assistant comes on. Where were you, Ton? She comes on now. Just kidding. All right, guys. Thanks for joining me. And I'm not sure what I'm making you next week, but I guess I'll see you Tuesday. Bye. Have a great weekend, everybody.